I'm Milo, and I'm back this week with some more Castlevania-inspired indie games. Now, this week, what we're playing, they're all demos, none of them are completed games. So, it shouldn't take me too long to get through them, hopefully. But they're also a lot more Castlevania-like than the ones I played last week. So you'll see the inspiration quite clearly, I think. I've also selected for games that have female protagonists, heroine characters, which is something I like to do. And that did help narrow the choice down a fair bit because of all the many Castlevania hacks, fan games, and clones out there. Not as many of them have that distinction, so we're going to pick out the ones that do and try and enjoy them. So this, first off, is Vampire from 1997, although the most recent update is 1999. I don't think I'm actually playing the most recent update because I couldn't find the patch file or the download file. What I'm playing is the demo 0.04, which was hosted at Castlevania Doujin, an English language fan site for the Castlevania series that has a feature on homebrews and fan games and clones and things. So I used the list on that page to put together the stream today, as well as a listing of games on Castlevania fan wikis. And what was the other source I found? I don't remember, but it's not important. Anyway, this is by Sprite, as we see at the bottom there, if you can just make it out on the white background. Presented by Sprite, also known as Toshiya Nishimura. And they're responsible for a lot of different homebrew games, which you can find on their website, PC games, games for the X68000, even a Game Boy and Game Boy Advance homebrew, and they sell them through various things. But this never got to a stage where it was put up for sale on the digital online platforms that Sprite uses. Oh gosh. Yeah, so in this demo you really launch straight into it. You're riding a horse and you do have an opportunity to run away from the manticore on the horse if you're fast enough, but you will quickly get mauled. So my horse unfortunately went down. Poor creature. And yeah, we're going to double tap to run and run away from this manticore. Classic Castlevania opening stage. Well, I say classic. I think maybe Rondo of Blood was the first to do it, but Rondo is highly influential. Oh, was that intentional? Is this supposed to be happening? Oh, what? Oh yeah, that's the menu screen. Okay, so I can tap to swim up. Oh golly. Wow, this is intense. I didn't know this would happen. Okay, cool. No, we don't walk along the dock. We keep going through the river. Okay, there's a shallow bit. We're all good. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting how the weird controller setup on this game is. But so I've got my jump and attack. I have an item menu where I have actually quite a few things already. This is in Japanese language, of course. So forgive me. Command down, up, and B to do a high jump. Oh, so I have the hippogriff's feather already. Interesting. Something about status, something about monsters. This is probably a monster manual, like bestiary thing. How's the weather out there?
Warm.
Nice. Maybe we can turn the heater off.
Oh yeah.
What's this? Mahashu. Some kind of shoes? Dash. They let me dash, which I figured out the command for already, because you can't escape the manticore without dashing, by the way. Intelligence glasses. Something about damage. See damage numbers. Yeah. So this is sort of Symphony of the Night inspired. You get relics early in the game that let you do basic game functions like see what an enemy's name is and how much damage you're doing to them. So I guess I start with those kind of things. So this one is going to show me damage numbers. And this is the Harpy Feather. I'm not sure what that does, but let's just get on with the game. It's not that long, I think, although I'm not too sure, but yeah, we'll see. Nice. Those crow sprites, pretty similar to the Castlevania Rondo ones, which get reused so many times. It's one of my criticisms of the later Castlevania games that all take after Symphony of the Night's formula when they're made by, you know, Koji Igarashi at Konami Tokyo. They just start reusing assets a lot. So you get the same monsters in the exact same graphic style appearing game after game. Hold on a sec. I'm going to pause. I haven't seen any chat. Whoops. Sorry. Weird things happening with my setup here. That's all right. Just going to do a little reboot. Okay. Okay, I have one viewer and I think it's me, so that's fine. I'm just always paranoid about the chat breaking again after that happened once. Oh, Danger Mouse is here watching. Great. Good to see you. Oh, I think I just died? Or I'm stuck in a hurt animation on the steps. Well, that's exciting. Yep. So let me see. There's a manual in the game menu here which pulls up. It'll tell you about the system requirements, the controls, which I think I've got a handle on, some of the options you have, the patch notes, and the credits. So all good to know, but I don't think that's going to help me right now. I think I just have to reboot the game because I don't seem to be able to move. The bat is not actually touching me. Okay, I'm rebooting. Cool stuff. Oh, lordy. Okay. This should come up again. So yeah, Sprite. As far as I can tell, the actual distribution of this game was through, you know, this common thing that happens in the Japanese doujin scene. Doujin meaning like an independent work. Oh, okay, this could be better. God. Alright. Oh, what? It spawned over there? That's absurd. Excuse me. You gotta like time your invincibility frames when it's turning around. This is quite cruel. The thing is, I don't know why I died, because I think I have infinite lives, because I just had stock 0 and died again and I just came back. So let's test that real quick. Yeah, mercifully the game seems to give you infinite retries, which is nice, especially for a demo. Okay, cool. So I shouldn't lose progress unless I happen to get hurt while standing on steps. You know, I'll forgive them. Stairs have always been very persnickety in Castlevania games. Now, just note here, the falling trees, they kind of look 3D, and while moving it gives the impression that the background is 3D even though it's a 2D kind of environment, which is really nice and well done. So I gotta praise it for that. Danger Mouse says, it should have been okay because I still had one ball of fire left in my life. Oh, and I just noticed that I was losing life as I was swimming through the water there, so yeah. Okay. Hey, Gibbon's here. Gibbon is currently fighting Ganon. Nice, good job. If you've, like, I happen to know he's been talking about his playthrough of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is his second playthrough, and he's been doing everything that he can. And so if you do everything, or almost everything, before fighting Ganon, then the actual fight is incredibly easy. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, because if you do have trouble with it, then it's going to make you feel annoyed at people saying that things are easy when you don't find them so. So I think that was my experience, but yeah. Yes, so Gibbon is here watching, but also fighting Ganon. And he hasn't done Trial of the Sword yet, even though he has the DLC, so get on it, Gibbon. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, the glasses. I thought I had those already. I better make sure. Hard to jump on the steps, too. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Don't get stuck again. Okay. Ah. crossbow skeleton, huh? So yeah, this is all very Castlevania. I'm fighting with a whip, of course. A lot of the enemies are reminiscent of what you would find in Castlevania. New sprites, though, which is nice. I think maybe the chosen moniker of Toshiya Nishimura gives an indication of maybe what their strength is in making sprites. What is this? Max something. Fomoru. I don't know what that is. Maybe some allusion to mythology that I don't understand. I do like that I can respawn without any problems. That's nice. And here we are in a relatively modern seeming town, in that it has lampposts and stuff. I don't remember if the town in Rondo of Blood had like lampposts. In fact, I don't even know how old lampposts are. Of course, there was gas public lamps before there was electric lighting, especially in, I guess, the UK. I don't know where we are here right now exactly. Maybe it's Transylvania, maybe not, who knows. I like that cluster ghost, that's a cool idea. Oops. So yeah, I was talking about the distribution. So it's a common thing in the doujin scene in Japan to not sell things online, but go to a convention, especially Comiket, which is short for comic market, and they don't just sell comics there. It's a place for independent creators to get a stall and all get together, and people come and visit and walk around the convention center, and yeah, they buy things off you. So they would burn their games to CD and then sell them at Comiket, basically. And this was done for Vampire that I'm playing now, but only in 2011. So this is a version of the game that existed in 1997 to 99. Sprite went on to try and remake the game later on, calling it Vampire FHD for full HD, because it would be in 1920 by 1080 resolution. And by 2011, sorry, I'll just pause to explain this, because I have to look at my notes. By 2011, they got this updated re-release or remake or whatever it is, to a state where they were releasing a demo of it on CD at Comiket and selling it for 200 yen. Unfortunately, I wish they'd sold that version digitally, because I would absolutely have bought it to try it out. But as it is, I don't know how this version of the game was supposed to have been paid for. I suspect that Castlevania Dungeon maybe did not have full license to distribute it in that way, but it's not such a big deal, I guess. I don't think that this version was sold commercially, but who knows. As for the project itself, 2011 is the last we hear about it from Sprite. It has possibly been abandoned since then. The only other blog post on their website is from 2018, with a bunch of monster sprites that look like they would fit in this game, but the description on the blog post sort of says that it doesn't mention this game specifically. It's just that they were making these art sprites for possible use in a game, but maybe not, who knows. Anyway, I've just talked over this whole boss fight where I was fighting some kind of dark priest. Looked like a little bit like Alucard wearing a robe, possibly a shaft kind of thing from Rondo of Blood again, Symphony of the Night. Kind of dark priest figure. But yeah, we beat that guy up, so now we're in the next stage. I didn't know how many stages there were. I thought it might end there, but we're still going. Oh, look at this. Merman, classic Castlevania stuff. We've got nasty dogs, and that description in the bottom just says dog. So I don't know whose dogs they are, but they're nasty. Attacking on sight. Clearly evil dogs, I promise. Anyway, let's talk about the story of the game a bit, because there is an elaborate story that Sprite had worked out for the game that is maybe not reflected in the product itself in its current state, but it's there and you can read about it on the website. So my character here is Millennia Kramer, I think is how you're supposed to read that name. It's a strange name, Millennia, but it's cool. And she comes from, obviously, a clan of vampire hunters, as you do. Oh, what? Can I double jump? I cannot. Am I supposed to like ride the back of that worm dragon? No, I passed through it. That's really cool though. Just the graphics of that dragon coming from the background to the foreground, all those elements moving. Looks really good. Yeah, really good stuff. I'm impressed. So how do we figure out what to do here? Maybe if I kill it. It's called an eel, I think. If I read that description right. Ah. Oh, do I have like sub-weapons? I think it's just the whip. Okay. Oops. Yeah, that's a death. So I could swim in the river before, but apparently not the lake here. Go figure. Oh! Oh no, I'm out of continues. Oh, I thought it just gave me a lot. Now, as we can see here, the top score is stage 4, so that tells me that there's 4 stages in the game. I guess the river is stage 1, and the castle, or the village is like stage 2, so this lake is stage 3. Alright, I guess I have to do it again, but it didn't take too long, and I'll try and do it without dying this time. Great. So yes, Millennia Kramer, very Belmont style, a descendant of a vampire hunting clan. So why does it always say stock 0 then? Alright, well, I guess now I know I have to get through these stages without dying at all, and there's no way to like reset except for exiting the game and coming back, so that's what I'm doing. Yes, so Millennia Kramer. It is nice to see a member of a venerable monster hunting clan who's a lady, because you only get that once in the Castlevania series with Sonia Belmont, although the mobile game Order of Shadows does have the main character Desmond Belmont. He has 2 sisters who are obviously part of the Monster Hunter clan. They have a lot of knowledge of killing vampires and stuff, and they help you in the game, but they're not the protagonist, the fighting lead, the way that, you know, a Belmont usually is in the game when they're solo. In fact, I think that's the only time when there's more than one Belmont in a story. Except for, you know, is it Christopher and his son? But that, like, his son is just a damsel in distress in that game. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah, we do actually have multiple members of the family present in the story of this, behind this game, which is cool. Because Millennia has a sister named, was it? Lorraine, I think? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. Yes. Dragon Zombie, I think that was called. And in the backstory of the game, you know, it's a little bit violent, so warning for concepts that may disturb. On the day of her sister Lorraine's wedding, she was killed by I think it's their brother, who is called George or Georg, something. Actually, why do I even need to get those if I already have them? Probably a mechanic that was going to... sorry. The crossbow bolt came out backwards. This is just a demo, so let's forgive it, but... that was amusing. Ah! The arrow sprite was just facing one way, and... yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so it's either her brother or something. I might have... You know, I just Google translated the script that I found online, or the background plot thing. And so yeah, this guy called Georg, he comes in, he kills everyone except for Millennia, and she's traumatized by this event. But there's another character called Leo, who is possibly an older relative, who passes on all his vampire hunting knowledge to the young Millennia, who at this point is 9, but by the time of the game she's 20 or something, I don't know. And now, having been trained for many years by Leo in the art of monster hunting, she is out to take revenge on Georg, or George, or whatever, who I think is a vampire at this stage, probably. Or at least some kind of evil dude. Possibly undead, who knows. But we're not going to see much of that happening in this game because it is just a demo again. Yeah, that head is so Alucard. This pause is normal. It's just loading the music track. Don't worry about it. The attack pattern isn't too hard to dodge either, by the way. See? Easy boss. Yeah, Gibbon commenting on the interesting 3D effects, and wow, yeah, this is just Castlevania lol. Well, yeah, like I said, it wears its influence on its sleeve. It's a Castlevania homage through and through. It's almost a fan game, except that it doesn't use the name, you know? Or the names of the characters, for that matter, because we've got the Kramer clan here. Or Kurameru. Maybe it's Caramel? Not sure. Yeah, it's all in Japanese, so you have different places translating it differently. Alright, so this is where we were up to before, and with lots more lives, hopefully, even though the stock counter has not updated. So, we just need to figure out how the heck... Nuts! I'm going to try maybe killing an eel or two and see if that triggers something happening. Especially when I get there. So... I do like the roaring sounds, very nice. Okay, so we're here. Ah! Nuts! Oh, it's tricky. It's tricky to get the attack pattern down. Okay. Oh, come on. I did hit it once on my last playthrough. My last continue. Ah, stop it. I don't want to risk standing on that little island in case I get knocked off into the water, which is instant death, of course. I feel like you have to hit the head. Ah. There we go. And yeah, it's called eel. So I'm going to need to do a few of those, unfortunately. Oh boy. Oh, mate. Oh! Just slipped off. Nuts. Yeah, I've got in my notes here that this has 2 levels, but I think what I was interpreting from the description online was that the game had 2 phases. So, but judging by the high score screen, huh? Maybe you have to get knocked back like that. Guess it's worth a try. Yeah, judging by the high score screen, there's 4 stages, and maybe... Ugh. Yeah, like the boss fight marks the end of phase 1 at the end of stage 2. So yeah. Oh no! This is quite frustrating, but let's keep trying. Yeah, I'm just sad that I don't have access to the updated re-release because I'm pretty impressed with how this game plays and looks. So if the author's continuing to put work in it, that's cool, but unless you went to Comic-Con in 2011, I don't think you'll be able to play it, unfortunately. Or if somebody bought it there and then ripped it and uploaded it, which is the usual way that these things happen. Alright, 2 hits, 1 more hit. Oh. It's like, you gotta hit it when it's in the right plane of the screen, but it's hard to tell when that is. Okay. Is this an elaborate death animation, or... Aha! The corpse is falling down here, and I can see on it. Perfect. That's beautiful. So I probably could have got that knockback thing to happen, but it seems a bit unreliable. That's definitely the intended way. Cool stuff. So these are kobolds, according to that little name marker. And now that I look at it, I think it's cutting off the last character of every name, but you can still make out what it's supposed to be. Skeleton with spear. Oh, there's your little... Oh, what are they called? Jumping... Flea man, yeah. Oh no, come on. How many lives do I have left? Oh, that was the end! No! What's the time? 1 more go? Yeah, 1 more go. Okay. Now we know a little bit better what we're doing, I suppose. I'll try killing that eel, earlier maybe? Ah, no. Alright. If I can survive to the end, I don't know, should I reset? Yeah, let's reset. Let's try and do a little bit of running on the horse. You gotta be real quick off the mark with your button inputs to get some galloping in, I think. Yeah, oops. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, the only way to play this game, if you didn't go to Comic Con in 2011, is to get the .04 demo from Castlevania Dungeon. And the FHD remake most likely has all new content. Well, I don't know for sure. But yeah, it's going to be a different experience probably, given it's then had more than 10 years of extra development, you know, on and off. I don't know if Sprite worked on it the whole time, but yeah. Anyway. So you two can play this game. And it's pretty cool stuff. There's a lot of nice graphical effects. It's classic Castlevania style, and I do mean classic, of course. Although obviously taking some Rondo inspiration, which a lot of later projects did, was very influential. Even though it was never released in the West until the PSP. We did get Dracula X on SNES, which is essentially the same game. Very cut back. No Maria mode, crucially. That's what makes that game really fun, I think. I love Maria mode in Rondo. Although, come to think of it, I never played Rondo itself. I only played the remake, the 3D, 2.5D PSP. What do they call it? What did they call that collection? I don't remember. It's not Castlevania Collection, because that's a later release, right? Right? Alright, so 1 life down. I got the distancing wrong on that. Your whip's a little longer than that guy's axe. Tapping the run button is also a pretty quick input. Alright, boss time, and only 1 life lost. I wonder what that kanji says. I can't read it. Yeah, this guy really is easy to avoid. See ya, buddy. Do I get a life refill going to the next stage? I bloody don't. That's cruel. Ignore the merman, they're fireballs. Do not have the range to catch me. Stop outside the range of Fomori's axe. Alright, kill the eel quickly. And then see if the corpse continues. Ah. I wonder if I can get it before it does that attack pattern. Ah! Hey, buzz off. Good. We're doing well. Ah. Not eligible. Serious? Yes. Oh, 1 more. 4 hits. Low on life, though. I wonder if there is 1 eel. It seemed like there were 2, but I think it's just really fast. Okay, so there it goes. Dying sets you back at the start of a screen, so if I make it to the next screen, then I'll be okay. Because I'm quite low on life. Actually, come to think of it, this would have come out not very long after Rondo actually. If 1997 is when the first demo, or rather demo 4.04 was released, it's pretty impressive how quick the turnaround is. Ugh, whatever. Yeah, see how quick it is when you know what you're doing? Also, note the parallax scrolling in the foreground. Nice stuff. Oops. Oh. You can attack the axe, but it has a really huge health bar. You're never going to get through it. Alright, let's just run, jump. Oh, nuts. Oh man, so many flea men. That's intense. Let's just get out of here. No! Alright. Might need to do a bit of stopping and attacking. It feels like they're going to respawn by coming onto the screen from the left, though. Did that one just duplicate? Ah, what did that say? Mad something. Mad cat? It's a cat? I don't want to hurt a cat. I was okay killing those dogs, but not cats. It's just the kind of person I am. Oh, okay, so a Hydra. Yep, Hidora. Which is also... the source of the Godzilla... The Kaiju... Ghidorah. Comes from Hidora. Ah! Oh, I wish I had a bit more range right now. Yeah! I thought I was getting a reprieve there, but the game just paused to play the next music track. Ah! Okay, come on. Fingers crossed. Alright, we've still got some lives left. Ah, another head down. Cool. Oof. It did not go well. As far as I can tell, there's no life refills anywhere in this game that I could find. Okay, how does this work? Climb the branches. Got it. Uh-oh. Don't like the look of that harpy. Yes. Excuse me? Okay, I ran on the bottom of the screen for a short while there. Okay. Let's get higher up then. Ooh, a locket. Oh wait, I keep forgetting about the high jump. Have I got that set up? Maybe, Oh, it is a high jump. I don't remember where the next platform is. Dang. That's not the tree that I need to climb. Oh, seriously? That's really unfortunate. Come on. Okay, good. Yeah, I did notice that this is my normal jump. Pressing down and up and then jump. I do a slightly higher jump. So it's not quite the Hippogriff's Feather from the Castlevania games. Ah! But it is higher than the normal jump. Oh! I don't know why I ran there. I was just walking. But the different momentum actually caused my death. That's really... sad. Okay, I do need to do a bit of a run here. No! Oh, man. I didn't even get a high score. Alright. I think I'll stop there for this game. We'll move on to the next one. If I get time at the end, I'll maybe come back and try this again to get to the final boss of the demo, I assume. But for now, let's move on in years, because our next game comes from almost 2 decades later. Actually, I never decided what order I was playing these in. Chronological. Let's do it. Yes. Okay. So I just need to set up some options here. Cool. So our next game is from 2017 and is again, a work in progress demo. Yeah, Gibbons says classic Castlevania platforming. So awkward. that's one area that I wish they'd not been so faithful. Anyway, as the developer Esperware describes it on the description on Steam, Anathema is a love letter to classic action platformer series such as Castlevania, Mega Man X, Ninja Gaiden, and Ghosts and Goblins, presented in HD using modern technology to pre-render sprites as seen in the mid-90s with games such as Killer Instinct and Donkey Kong Country. Now, those are good touchstones for the graphical style, although I would add to it myself Diablo and Diablo 2, which, given the theme of the game, horror and scary monsters and stuff, seems more apropos, but also, of course, used that style of making high-res 3D assets on powerful computers and then shrinking them into 2D sprites to use in the game, which makes it look more impressive for the time, but saves heavily on like processing power and asset, storage and stuff. So this title screen actually looks kind of 3D in high res, but it looks a little bit different in game, as we'll see. I'll just do a quick check of the options. Oh, nice. There's our heroine, Aurora Delacroix. Is that right? Yes. Now her father. Okay, there's this complicated backstory. This angel called Azrael was the angel of death, but he decided he didn't want to do that anymore. I think everything's fine, so let's just. Whoa. Great. Okay, it crashed. So you can get this demo on Steam. It's there. It was the demo was finalized in 2017. Progress has continued on the game since then, and they've been publishing updates, like blog, updates, development information on what they're up to as of this year. So yeah, still being worked on. Going to release later on at some point. Let's see. Press start. Okay, story mode and time attack. Of course we'll do story. Okay, we might as well see the tutorial. I didn't watch it before, so it probably is good to learn how the game works. So yeah, Azrael, the Angel of Death, rebelled. And so there had to be somebody who took the role of Angel of Death in the world. So this guy went, oh, okay, I'll do it. And he fought against Azrael. He was the only one who resisted the fallen angel. And for that, he got the mantle of Angel of Death, although while still being immortal. And as a mortal, he eventually died. But he passed his powers or role onto his daughter, Aurora. So she is now the Angel of Death or something. Yeah, this is pretty complicated. Sub weapons, etc., etc. There's a lot of options for combat. Okay, got it. Deathbringer, I like the sound of that. Some kind of super attack. Whoa! So that's, yeah, an item crash, basically. Although, with this game, it's not exactly one-to-one Castlevania homage as much as some of the other ones I'm playing today. So there's going to be, yeah, extra movement things like this wall slide and wall jumping. Circle of the Moon did have wall jumping, yes, okay. But, yeah. This one's a little bit more mobile than your average Castlevania, I think. Especially the classic style, which is what all of the ones I'm playing today are emulating. Because it's easier to do a classic style game than it is to do a Metroidvania style. Rockin' soundtrack though, I gotta tell ya. Watching a video is maybe not the most engaging way to do a tutorial, but hey, it's a demo, it's fine. Imagine if you actually made a released game that came out on a disc that had a video teaching you how to play the game. I'm looking at you, Super Mario Galaxy included a DVD that you couldn't even play in a Wii because the Wii doesn't play DVDs unless you homebrew it. Ridiculous. Okay. So there's a soul currency that we use for our abilities that we get from defeating enemies and stuff. That's cool. It's good to know. Can I play the game now, please? I think it's taught us everything. So yeah, we'll have gotten a preview there of what the game looks like. But, oh, okay. Yep, they do say that. That's not how you spell who's, buddy. Okay, yep. True, true. It can happen. Oh, is it? Ah, well, okay. That's one way of looking at it. So they are going to give us a little plotting game. That's good to know. Oh, yeah. I'd expect something like that, sure. Oh, wow. Those are nice models, actually. Oh, no. Oh, topical. Nasty. That's familiar. Monsters! Sure, worth a try, I guess. There you go. Now doing a close-up like that is risky, but they've actually done a good job modeling these characters. How? Okay. And he got a bunch of chains for his efforts, yeah. I said all this already, game. Come on. Yep. Yeah, me. Chains. Careful with that wrist-mounted crossbow. That sassy pose could turn dangerous. Delacroix? Okay, sure. Pronouncing it, I guess, the American way? What did I say before? Delacroix? The French way? Whatever, it's fine. Yeah, as Gibbon points out, the fancy 3D models are for cutscenes only. Possibly. I think they probably use the same ones for the actual gameplay. I mean, look at this! How cool does this look? It looks really nice, I gotta say. So yeah, this is not Castlevania, but I do have a kind of whip. It's more like a sickle on a rope, but yeah, we're going to use it to attack stuff. But we've also got other options. Let's see. A gun. Kaboom! Yes, I love interacting with the environment. Hit that lantern. I don't know about these coffins exploding out of the ground. That's pretty metal, though. Kind of reminds me of Blood Rain Betrayal, actually, which is a really cool game. Again, not exactly Castlevania-ish, but it's a 2D action game made by WayForward, so they've got the old pedigree. Yeah, it was only ever on PS3 and 360, but it's well worth checking out. Very good in the WayForward catalog, I believe. And I played a fair bit of the WayForward catalog, so I really enjoyed it. Come on. Let's use the sub-weapon. Kaboom. Oh, what is it? Yeah, you hold that down and... Whoa, that drains souls so quickly. Huh. I think I managed to destroy its fireball before it hit me. That's a Castlevania thing. Gibbon's asking, didn't that happen in Ghosts and Goblins or one of those? I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with that series. Oh, nice. Grapple swinging. And a nice zombie with a top hat. Or it looks like a skeleton, actually. But you don't often see skeletons so well dressed, do you? How many souls did that give me? Oh, new sub-weapon. So hold this one down. Is that right? Okay, so yeah. For the swinging blade thing, you hold it down. For this one, you just tap it and it does some kind of attack. It's not too different from the gun though, so probably not as useful in different situations. This is cool though, it plays very smoothly. There's some parallax of the backgrounds, which are similarly kind of high-res digitized stuff as the main sprites and things. Can I? No. I can't aim upwards, but I can walk up here. Oh! Nice. Yeah, this... The more I play, the more I'm reminded of Blood Rain Betrayal, but actual gameplay isn't that similar, so I shouldn't keep bringing it up. Check out Blood Rain Betrayal, people. So yeah, the fruits of my research did bring me this, which I'm pretty happy with. But like I said before, there's not too many Castlevania games where you get the heroine. Whoa. I suppose one that I could have mentioned, but I did a full stream on before, was Shadow Walker, which was a J2ME mobile game that had a lot of love put into it and effort and was really cool. Castlevania style game. Yeah, Shadow Walker. Check that one out too. There's only one W, if you're wondering. Okay, let's use a bit of a sub-weapon here. Oh. So this one makes a fireball shoot out the end of your sickle whip, apparently. So I guess we can try the gun instead. Boom. Oh. Whoa, okay, sorry, wrong button, but that's my mega attack that did not actually do the job. That's okay. Just hit it with my double jumps, that's cool. Yeah, this is good, it plays well. Having a double jump always helps to make a game feel nice, especially if you move quickly, fall quickly. Yeah, it feels good to play, that's what I'm saying. Kind of like Maria in Rondo of Blood compared to Richter. Man, Shadow Walker was so good. I should play that again. I've been going through a huge archive of Java mobile games recently and found other ways to play them too. If you don't know, Kahvi Break, Kahvi Break, is an excellent front end that's pre-configured for a pretty wide selection of Java games, Java phone games. That if you're ever curious about any, that's probably the ideal way to get into them quickly. I think Shadow Walker's on there, so yeah. But one thing I've noticed while looking through... Was that a checkpoint or something? Okay. Oh no, I don't want that. Oh, it's two fireballs that are replacing each other. That's fun. Damn sub-weapons in Castlevania. I never liked the sub-weapon system, to be honest. And I really prefer games that don't have it, like Aria of Sorrow or Order of Ecclesia. So, Farius the Watcher, it's our first boss. And maybe last? I don't know. We'll find out. Excuse me? Okay, I activated it, and the dragon head did not appear. And then I was frozen. I can't... Oh, of course. Quitting from that screen just crashes the game, apparently, so I have to be more careful. But I got stuck, so don't use the dragon in the boss fight. It is a demo, a little bit janky, not completely finished. Keep working on it, Matthew Lucas and Joshua Shaw. I'm sure it'll be great one day. Looking forward to it. I think, yeah, the graphical style is, I guess, how they're selling the game up front, and it's really nice. But it's good that it plays well too. So it shouldn't take too long to go through this again. But yeah, the whole pre-rendered thing, hang on, did I finish what I was saying? Java games, Kahvi Break, yeah. So one thing that I've noticed, which is what I didn't finish saying, is when you look at these old Java games, and you have, say, a big archive of 90 gigabytes of them that you downloaded off archive.org, and there's tons and tons of duplicates and just lots of files of slightly different size. There were lots of different phone models, and they couldn't, distribute, games that dynamically changed resolution or anything. So there were a bunch of different, SKUs of the game, I suppose, or like versions for different phones, and you get them in all different resolutions. So anything from 128 by 160, or even 128 by 128, all the way up to 240 by 320. Oh yeah. And even bigger if you have one of the later touchscreen phones, but then you often find it harder to play them on the emulator because you're expected to tap the screen a lot, which it does support by clicking. And this is probably more a problem when you're looking through a big archive and then running them in something like K emulator. But Carvey Break, yeah, it's all pre-curated, so you shouldn't have those kinds of problems. But they do sometimes provide alternate resolution versions of the game in Carvey Break, which is nice, because those exist. And sometimes they're even slightly different in terms of their design. So that's one thing I noticed, to bring it all the way back around to Shadow Walker. There's the version of the game I believe that I played was the largest available, which is nice, or one of the largest. But the smaller resolutions have different subtleties to parts of the game design and how they work. Often it's just the same thing but simplified, which is fine, but you have to keep an eye out. Sometimes it's a little bit different, and that might be interesting if you're really into the game that you're looking into. Yeah. I wonder if these break if I... Yep! Okay. Yes, they do. Good to know. Okay, so this time, no soft locking, no getting trapped in a state of arrested movement, and no game crashes. All these things I promised to you. No, I don't like that weapon. I like this weapon better. Okay, boss time. Yeah, Ask Given says, it would be possible. You could do dynamic scaling in a phone game, but it would bloat the size of the install, and the size was paramount to try and keep the size down in those days, because if your phone had an internet connection, it was extremely slow, and storage space on the phone itself was limited too. Oh, okay, so by beating that statue, it's turned back to stone. Oh, and the other one is stronger, of course. Let's just jump over it and then do a bit of a... What? I think it was inside the perimeter of the arc, maybe? Yeah, I think it was. So if you space it right, you should get multiple hits with that, but I do keep getting hit. I have a lot of health, though. I think I'm fine. Demonius the Watcher. That name's a bit on the nose, don't you think? Okay, cool beans. Oh, no, there's another one. Whoa! Sprite scaling. Oh, gnarly, dude. Oops. Well, I'm glad I was careful with my health, sort of. Ouch. And yeah, you can use the gun in the air. I don't know what I was trying to do before, but I messed it up. What's that? How many bullets do I have? Does that do much damage? Yeah, it's not bad, actually. But yeah, Blood Rain, you had a gun and a sword thing, so I don't know. I'll stop bringing up Blood Rain Betrayal, but check it out, people. Gibbon said woo when I beat the second statue, but then, oh no, not woo. But yes, now we're getting a woo again. I hope. Yes, we do. Yeah, bloating the install for phone games at the time would have been a big no, says Gibbon. Yeah, indeed. So now you'll find tons and tons of different like versions of the game. And it can be fun to check them out if you're the kind of person that finds that fun, like I am. Anyway. Dead. Oh my. I don't know why she has to wear booty shorts as a butt-kicking Monster Hunter, but you know, whatever. Especially whenever this game is supposed to be set. There is a cool... where did I see it? A cool, like, depiction of this character. Where was it? Or was it a different character? Hang on a sec. View all announcements on Steam. Yeah. So in the October 29 development update, it's like a music-related thing, and there's a picture of her with headphones on. But that's a nice version of the character design, is that hand-drawn artwork of her, which you can find on the Steam page in the updates thing. So yeah, we have a stage 2. That's cool. I didn't know quite how much there was to this game, or at least I didn't write it down, if there is such information on the Steam page. Oops. Skeleton Archer. Oh, it jumped. Hey, stop it, buddy. I don't need that. Yeah, boom. Cool. Is that too many hits for an enemy to take before they die? It's fine. This is pretty cool, though. So, I do have to wonder what exactly my Angel of Death heritage gives me in terms of explicit powers. I probably got the sweet sickle rope thing from the dad character. The ability to double jump, perhaps. Ordinary humans just can't do that, you know. The sub-weapons? They're just kind of things you pick up and then use, but I guess some of them seem to have magical properties. Oh yeah. Seeing that giant spider explode is very satisfying. So this is working pretty well. Tree-based platforming. It's certainly much more manageable than bloody Vampire by Sprite. Not to throw shade, but that was pretty frustrating. But it was only trying to be authentic. Oops. Okay. You gotta jump off before it hits the tree. Given says, for the Skeleton Archer, that is way too many hits. Yes, I'm glad that I'm not the only one who thought so. 1 soul for hitting those things? I don't know if that's worth it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are some Castlevania enemies that take a lot of hits, but not like the basic Skeleton Archer. Alright, my dragon skeleton thing has recharged. I guess that's an Angel of Death power. If you're close enough, they just can't hit you, and they don't move, so it's all good. But yeah, I'm not going to use the dragon because I'm afraid it's going to softlock the game again. And I don't really need it. Things are usually in control. I really want to get a good look at that thing's character design, but they're pretty dangerous, so I don't want to have them swarming around the screen for too long, you know? Along with the spooky spider. And if you time it right, you can just annihilate them as soon as they hatch. Newborn. Oops. Yeah, pretty spooky. Ah! Dang. Well, we're going to start again. And I don't think I have a life counter. Oh, crap, I do! Bottom left of the screen, people. 2 lives left. That's worrying. Okay. I wish I could skip that. Maybe I'll try and jump over it. Oh, nuts. See, it draws the bow and then it jumps. Oh no! Alright, that was a mistake. Oh, a new sub-weapon. What's this one gonna do? Let's find out. Oh, rude, dude. Okay, so apparently I do have to kill all the enemies. Oh no! I want to try my sub-weapon, mister. Oh, are you serious? Alright, let's see. Okay. Going from wall to wall is quicker than going up the same wall. Going up the same wall is like Mega Man X style. Wall to wall is more like Metroid style. Okay, go! What? I guess this sub-weapon takes more than 6 souls to use. Whoa, nice! I exploded into a skeleton. I like that. Alright. Gotta kill the enemies. As much as I don't want to. Also, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention in the tutorial video, but I don't know how to get more gun bullets. Yeah, using the sickle to grapple a wall is a really cool thing. And it just ties it all together, you know, which is nice. You know what? That's not a skeleton now that I see it closely. It does seem to have muscles. And big ones at that. Oh. Health? Okay. I'll take it. I assume that restores my health. We'll find out if I ever get a chance to use it. What am I doing? Climbing down ladders like a chump. Of course you can drop off ladders. This is a video game. A good one. No, I jumped too early. Crap. No! I don't like that level design decision, but I'm gonna have to hack it. Oh, and that's hack it in the sense of, like, deal with it, I guess? Because I'm not gonna hack the game. Do people say that outside of Australia? Like, you can't hack it? Feels good. Anyway, yeah, the pre-rendered style. Let's talk about that. It was so popular at the time because, like I said, it was a way to get around limitations of games and have them look advanced and next gen. Of course, it took some... Ooh! It took some level of, you know, input in the terms of you had to get a powerful computer to render the stuff in the first place that they would then shrink down to sprite style. But it's not an issue as much anymore as computer power has increased, console power. No, I don't want that. So they can do things in real time that look good, you know? But at this point, it's sort of become a nostalgic style because people who grew up on games like, as they say in the description, Donkey Kong Country, Killer Instinct, so Rare was, of course, famous for it. Project Dream was also going to be that way, and then they retooled it to 3D. It eventually became Banjo-Kazooie. And, of course, Diablo and Diablo 2. But yeah, so if you grew up on those games, it's a nostalgic thing and you might want to make games in that style. But how much have people actually done that? That's not something I have seen too much of. Does anyone know any examples of recent pre-rendered games? It's most likely going to be coming out of the indie space, you would think. Okay, big wall to climb. I like that. Checkpoint, thank goodness. Oh, it just flew away. So last time I broke this... Last time... Okay, whatever. I need to hit it twice? Oh, I'm not sure what's going on. Yes, Gibbon says, in the grand tradition of DKC, Gibbon is bringing up a game called Archaic Sealed Heat, or Ash, on the DS, which used a pre-rendered battle animations to look really high quality. Yes, I'm familiar with that. In fact, I bought a cheap copy of it in Japan. I haven't got around to playing it yet because I have an enormous backlog. Ooh, Ainwin the Forlorn Witch. Sounds scary. Whoa, jeez. Okay. Gun. That didn't work. Gotta hit the thing on the back. That's the key. Can't hit it through the sprite, or my weapon's not long enough, maybe. Oh, look at those animations. Beautiful stuff. It's like slightly low frame rate, which is nice. It feels nostalgic to me. Alright, I need to get behind it. So what I need to do is... Oh! Nasty. I'm running low on health. But I have that sub-weapon. Okay, I'll wait a bit longer. Okay. Oh yeah, you just gotta run away. You actually, counterintuitively, you don't want to go under the boss, because then it ends up facing you. Okay. A few more hits, come on. Oops. Man, that gun is real powerful. Good to save it for a boss. If I'd wasted it on all these dang zombie archers, then that would have got hairy. You know what, let's try the sub-weapon anyway. Okay. It uses 25 souls and heals you by about 20 or something. 15. Wow, more. 2B, the Sleeping Maya. 2B? What? Alright, yeah, so Archaic Sealed Heat, that was really cool. It was a sort of strategy... Oh, okay. I guess I'll try out this new weapon, but I do like the heal. Oh, lizard dude! Ah! Stop. Ah, no. Of course the sub-weapons disappear after a while. Okay, just trying it? No, wait. What? Why do I have two? It duplicated itself somehow. So I lost my heart. Dang it. Alright, next enemy I'll try it out. Okay, water. That's going to be instant death. Lovely. Oh, okay. Sub-weapon. Okay, so it lets out a little shadow clone who does an extra attack. It's not too different to the fireball, which I was unimpressed with, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, great. Floating logs. Let's go. Yeah, so Archaic Sealed Heat, it was like a strategy RPG thing on the DS. It was... No, that's my last life. What happens now? Game over. Continue. Where does continue put me? Oh, it puts me here. Great. No problem at all. There was nothing to worry about. Ow. Rude. So the hitbox on my standing attack was low enough that I didn't even need to crouch to hit that lizard dude. Yeah, so strategy RPG, what's interesting about it is it didn't just have the pre-rendered style. It was a combination of graphical styles, which I find most interesting about it. Archaic Sealed Heat. It, had a combination of sprites, 3D models, and pre-rendered sprites from 3D models. And it used them all in different situations to make something that ended up looking really unique and really good for the DS, yeah. And there's probably a fan translation, I don't know, go check it out on your local flash cart. But as Gibbon says, he was really pleased when the main character Aisha... Sorry, I wasn't looking, I thought there was a log, but there wasn't. Yeah, Aisha showed up as a spirit in Smash, meaning that she canonically died during the events of the World of Light campaign. I love including that as characters' biographies if they're a spirit, is that at some point they were killed by, whatever that dumb thing was called. What was it called? The big light entity. It's not important. Anyway. Not as memorable as Taboo, that's for sure. Oh! Yes, I forgot until just then that I could do the slide, but I was trying to drop down through the platform by pressing down and jump, which is usually the input in games that does that. Okay, guy. I think I just have to wait for the right configuration of logs to continue. But how can I? There's only so many of them. What if I can climb this? Yes, great. Okay. It is a Donkey Kong Country game. You can climb the vines, of course. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, let's just skip that. Oh, I was so close to making that. Gibbon says that he owns Ash and a repro of the English fan patch, so there is one. There you go. Proof positive. Oh, nice. I love deflecting enemies' attacks. And also all the Gachapon figures and the 3 different guide/art books. Wow. Big fan. You know, when Gibbon likes something, he goes hard. He goes all in on buying the merchandise for it, and that's really cool. I wish I loved anything as much as Gibbon loves all the many things that he loves. That's good. Yes, take that, you jerk. By the way, again, nice background music. It kind of reminds me in style of the, you know, combined with the visuals. I'm getting Diablo 2 vibes again. It's not the same style exactly, but it reminds me of it. Oh man. What a gruesome statue. I wonder if it's actually a statue. Or if it's, I don't know, a couple of giants who were frozen while killing each other. Seriously. So there's knockback when you activate the gun, and if you do it in midair, you get knocked back and fall to your death. Isn't that lovely? And I'm on my last life. I haven't found a checkpoint yet, but you know what? I'm gonna die, just to be safe. Let me see. Gibbon was trying to think of other pre-rendered or games that use pre-rendered graphics that are more recent. The only one he can think of is a recent beat 'em up by some X-Rare devs. Okay, that's a head scratcher. Let's try and think about what that is. A recent beat 'em up by X-Rare devs. Beat 'em up. At this stage in the life of the universe, there's a lot of X-Rare devs out there. See, that was risky, but I wanted to do it because I was fairly sure I would get the distancing right, and I did. Yeah, there's a lot of X-Rare devs, but which ones and what's the game? I do not know. I'm not going to get all the soul orbs. It's a waste of time. I don't use the sub-weapons much. They're not that useful. More useful is the double jump. I love the double jump. It helps a lot with the level design here because it's quite tricky platforming. But it's also just a lot of fun to use all the time. Alright, maybe I will do a bit of sub-weapon use here. Boom! Oh, it didn't work. Works for me, dude. Oh, what's this? Medusa head. With all these stone statues around. Might there possibly be a Medusa or Medusae around? Oh, dude, that is cool. Oh no, poisoned. It went away pretty quickly. Ah! Nasty tree caught me out. Oh, okay, that one's just out of reach, even if I crouch. But I do like that there's a little bit of an extended hitbox on the sickle whip thing after you throw it. Yeah, that's cool. Uh-oh. Okay. Nice. And the fact that every enemy... You know what, I'm going to grab that because I still haven't seen what it does. The fact that every enemy drops souls for you gives you a reason to fight enemies, unlike some Castlevania games where you just get nothing. And there's no incentive to engage with combat some of the time. Some of them, of course, give you drops and things. They drop souls in the Sorrow games, and the other DS games they drop abilities sometimes. So there is a reason, and experience, of course. You level up in the Metroidvania games too. But this is, again, a classic style Castlevania homage in a way. Like you can talk. Okay. Oh, do you? Because I don't. Thank you. That doesn't actually... Oh, okay. First. Huh. You know, I imagined the first vampire to be more decrepit. So, this must be the antagonist of the game. Because I thought Azrael would be the bad guy, but I think he died in the backstory. Anyway. Ugh. That was unnecessary. Okay. Exact. She was cut off by the loading screen. Nice. That is a cool... Yep. Okay, cool. Hey, you know what she reminds me of? Blood Rain. Anyway, let's use our gun. Boom. Oh, she dodged through it. She dodged back away from it. Hey, I'm the only human who can kill you, so you better let me kill you. Maybe this isn't the final boss. Oh, the, like, final antagonist of the game. There must be more going on. But she'll probably just run away after this fight or something. Of course, vampires are immortal. She doesn't need to be decrepit if she's really old. But what I pictured was something like Peter in What We Do in the Shadows, the movie. Or like the Nosferatu style. Alright, I'm going to use my sub-weapon. Go! What did that do? I don't know. Okay, it shielded me from attacks. That's great. That's what I need for this boss fight. Exactly. Oops, except for that attack. Yeah, just don't make contact. Yeah, this is working out. This is a good sub-weapon. Oh, no! It's alright, I had a few lives. Gibbon did look up that game by X-Rad Devs. It's called Raging Justice, and it came out in 2018. Oh, no. Are you serious? Oh, what? Okay, when I respawned I had 0 souls, but then they came back, I guess, when I hit the statue. Ow. Yeah, you just gotta time it right, otherwise she dodges. Because I don't want to. Because I choose not to. Ah! Cool, I think I dodged all of that. Well, I can't very well hit you if you're in the background, lady. So the weird thing about that cutscene was she said, oh, that's a nice outfit, but we, the viewer, had not really seen what her outfit looks like yet. And you only get a good look at it at the end of the cutscene. Anyway, that was weird. Also, I think they could have chosen a better color for the life bar. It's like dark gray on dark brown. So it's kind of hard to read how much health they have left. So yeah, that might be one for a future update, people. Just make it red on brown. Ow. Oh no, I'm out of bullets. Oh, not again. And that shield doesn't last very long either. 8 health. Probably only 1 or 2 hits to kill her. Let's go. Where? Okay. One more. What? Yes! Oh my goodness, what a rush. We won! What? First or not? What does that mean? Ah, of course. Oh! Some kind of magic ritual, I guess. Yes, Gibbon says very clutch. Is that the end of the demo? Yes, looks like it. So that was the Anathema demo. Good stuff. Plays very well. A unique choice for the graphical style, which we haven't seen much recently that I can think of. Please let me know if you think of any others. Oh, we're going to get a preview of upcoming stuff. That's cool. This is what we can look forward to in the final game. Okay. Maybe I should have tried the dragger there, but I was afraid of crashing the game again. Yeah, small team. But they've been... Looks like they've done a good job here. And one to keep an eye on. Yeah, maybe needs a little bit of script editing. Voice of Azrael, did we hear him speak yet? They're spoiling it, he's going to come back. Of course, if a villain tells you they're going to do something at the start of the game, you can be sure that they will absolutely not do it by the end. Just kidding, of course they're going to do it. Yeah. It's unfortunate that Aurora falls into the slight trap of heroine with daddy issues. It's a common trope. But, you know, it's fine. Okay. Are we done? Yes, we are done. Let's go. Start. Quit. Alt F4. Yep, that works. Cool. So that was Anathema. We've got a couple more games to play today, but they're probably shorter than that, so that's all right. Yes. What's next? Okay. So, ready for some more vampire hunting action, people? I think I pick this, and then I pick this, and then I do this. Okay, cool. So, up next we have a game called Carpathian Night. The first demo of which was released in 2018 for PC and Mac. The second demo is PC only, unfortunately, which is one of the reasons I'm on my PC today. Worked better for Anathema as well as Vampire and, well, everything else I'm playing, so... Alright, okay, it's Unity, so it's given me the classic Unity startup screen thing where you got to pick the resolution stuff. I think I chose some good options before. Generally the gameplay is 4:3, and if you pick any other resolution it just puts sidebars on it. That's actually pretty loud. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Okay. Wait, I know this song. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. What is that? some classical song. I don't remember. Danger Mouse is ready to hunt though. Let's hunt. So, yeah, this is a reason why I was interested in this game. It's got 2 character choices. One of them is a lady, so of course I'm going to pick the lady. But yeah, this seems to be very much inspired by Castlevania Bloodlines, where you had 2 character choices. One had a whip, one had a spear. So let's pick Irina. And oh, that's an extremely Castlevania type scene setting there, isn't it? Okay, so Carpathia Knight. As far as I can tell, this is made by one dude, Cesar Hernandez, under the label name Tezcatec, and I think that's based in Texas, I believe. And yes, so we do have directional whipping, showing some Super Castlevania 4 influence as well. Actually, could you do that in Bloodlines? I haven't played Bloodlines, so maybe you could. I don't know. Anyway, we've got a whip. It's got fire on the end. We can also dash. We can jump. Yeah, jump. There's a jump, a dash, and directional whips, which is nice. The dash has to recharge, which I think is the green bar there. There's some zombies, all good stuff. And yeah, very retro style pixel art, but without specifically evoking the particular style of any one console or era. It's a little bit of a mix-em-up. Yeah, it's like 16-bit-ish, you know, that kind of thing. The way that a lot of retro indie games are retro-ish. Oh, I love that. The crouch walk. Good stuff. Man, those snakes look ugly. That is why they deserve to die. So the potion must give me magic power or something. Does this build have sub-weapons? Ah, ooh, that's nice. Just like Anathema, we can spin our whip. What? Okay. So that purple thing, that's a bad hurty thing. And I got bad hurty to buy it. Let me see. So Tezcatec, or rather Cesar Hernandez. Well, the itch.io author for the game is just listed as Carpathia Knight, so they've made that part of the branding, and for the social media profile as well. It's all just under the name Carpathia Knight, and I think, yeah, they liked my tweet. Oh, Esperware did. Esperware of Anathema also liked my tweet announcing the stream, so that's nice of both of them. Good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, so what was I saying? Carpathia Knight. Oops. But yeah, the guy behind the game seems to be a fan particularly of Castlevania 2, although that's not, you know, exactly reflected in the game we can see here, but that's okay. You can be a fan of lots of things. And it's probably pretty hard to make a Castlevania 2 style game, to be honest. But, yeah. What was the basis of that? Something on their profiles had some tribute to Castlevania 2. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it's cool. It's certainly an unusual one to pick out as something you want to draw from. It's kind of the black sheep of the classic Castlevanias in a way. But in another way, it kind of prefigured the whole Metroidvania revolution with Symphony of the Night in its game design. Okay, so in this game, hearts is health. That's very un-Castlevania, isn't it? Oh boy. Nice trap. By the way, this game does have controller support, but you have to control it with the analog stick. which is kind of a pet peeve of mine. I do not like controlling 2D games, especially sprite-based ones, with, or really any 2D game with an analog stick. I always like to go with the D-pad instead, but I was not allowed to this time. Unless I was using the keyboard and then like set up a bunch of keybinds for my controller and stuff, but then that would actually conflict with it recognizing the controller. So it's troublesome, but it's fine. Oh, okay. Wow, this is cool. I like the werewolf, but it's very dangerous. I know it's turned into a DVD screensaver. Ah. Okay, cool. Yes. Yes. You love it when it goes right into the corner. That's what you're waiting for. It's coming back around. Oh, no, it was too slow. It's okay. Almost got it on the ropes here. I do like how the health bars are kind of... Oh, poor guy. The health bars are divided up into segments by a little line in the background there. Yeah, we beat the vampire. Oh, right, so that's the initial demo from 2018. That's as far as they got with that one. We hope you enjoyed playing this demo as much as we enjoyed making it. Have any feedback or suggestions? Let us know, etc., etc. So that's Carpathian Night. But there is a second demo for us to try, luckily, so we can stretch that out a little bit more. So a year after that, for Halloween of 2019, they released a second demo, which is cool stuff. Like I said, the second demo is PC only. The first one had Mac compatibility. But if you are looking for this game, go to the itch.io page, carpathiannight.itch.io. There is also a Game Jolt page for Carpathian Night, but it is not updated as much, so it doesn't have the second demo on it, for example. So itch is the place you want to go for this. Let me see. Yeah, there's not much in the way of description on the store page for this. It pretty much just says, some legends refuse to die on social media profiles, and for the store page itself, a tribute to retro horror platformers. So they're kind of talking around the fact that Konami used to make great Castlevania games in classic style, and they don't really make much of anything anymore. And so fans are picking up the slack, and this is happening in lots of different genres. But yeah, it's nice. And sometimes fans do a really cool job of it. So this should be coming up. We're getting the same music. Yep, and the screen seems to be working fine, so that's good. Now, let's get into the game. Hold on. Oh, there was something odd about the key bindings on this one, so I had to set up one button. I don't know, it was a bit weird, but oh, that's a very Castlevania thing. The film strip, was that the original one, or 3 had that kind of thing in the menus? Anyway, I don't know if we accidentally skipped through it. I don't want to miss a cutscene or anything. It's just a line and then nothing, whatever. Alright, so already we can see in only one short year how far this game has come. The graphical style is a lot more detailed and nice looking. More frames of animation here. The controls are a little bit tighter, I want to say, but it's pretty similar. And yeah, it's similar kinds of setups, but it just, yeah, I'm impressed with how far it's come in that time. Sorry? Oh no. Okay, so the way the game launched, something went weird with the capture. Nope, sorry. Well, why is it not capturing it? Alright, what I'm going to do is switch over to something else, game capture. Hold on, I'll just troubleshoot this real quick. Well, that's odd. Yeah, sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. It's not in the list. Why is that? See, this splash screen, that came up. That's fine. That's supposed to happen. But then the game itself. All right, I'll try out my Amiga OBS on Windows skills to try and figure this out. So display capture and then crop. Oh, we can't crop. Do we have a full screen mode? No. Huh. What else can we do? Video capture device? That might be it. Alright, I'll do the display capture. And actually, that's not bad. That's almost correct. Yeah, sorry about this. I somehow didn't see this happening on my like I did a like technical issues sorting out stream last week, and it did not find this problem. All right, that's I guess the best I can do at short notice. You'll just have to make do with all the UI surrounding it, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, let's just exit. We'll go back. I just was gushing so much about how good the game looked, and you couldn't even see it. Okay, from the top. Here we are as Dorin. We did not have the option to select Irina, unfortunately, but the game itself, yeah, obviously has been very much improved in that year of development. So good stuff. This time we're getting things telling us how much health we're receiving, and there's no dash button, dash bar, but it does tell you in text when your dash is again ready. And yeah, I don't know, it's cool. I wish the dash was a bit longer. It's quite short, but it does get your hitbox down a little bit. So it's a bit like the dash in, say, Mega Man Zero or something like that. I wonder if... No, you can't jump out of a dash. So maybe not the most useful dash in ever in video games, but that's all right. Cool stuff. Okay, how do I get that? Probably dropping down the outside, but I don't need it. So the level so far is a pretty similar setup. Oh, a gem. I need the gem. Oh, the skull's back. That's a similar skull, actually. And yeah, it's a separate dash button, and we can drop through platforms, unlike Anathema. +1 gem. Well, I wish I knew what that did. And yes, now that Gibbon can see it, he agrees that it does look good. Cool. Glad you like it. Oh, that's so ugly. Looking at it on the stream preview. Oh well. Hopefully it's over quickly. Yeah, something weird with the capture. Oh well. You will not have this problem, viewer, if you just download the game yourself and play it. As long as you can play Windows games, okay. Yeah, so what was I going to say? So, Carpathia. Oh yes, and by the way, we can attack in different directions with the spear as well, as you might expect. With a very nice graphical effect. Look at that spear, look at the little particle effects. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, Carpathia. This is the name of a mountain range that crosses, it's mostly in Romania, but it's also in Hungary and some other neighboring countries as well. So basically a mountain range in Eastern Europe. I expect that it referred to a region back before those national borders were drawn, so Carpathia was probably a place before it was you know, the modern meaning is that it's a range of mountains. But yeah, it's near Romania, which in ye olde times was Transylvania was part of modern Romania, basically, and that is traditionally associated with Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Tepes, and subsequently the Dracula legend and vampires in general. So that is the meaning of the name, but I'm familiar, or what came to mind immediately when I heard Carpathia was an old sketch on the McAuliffe program. Now, Sean McAuliffe is a beloved Australian comedian and celebrity, and one of his earlier shows at this point was the McAuliffe program, which was a mock talk show, but also mostly a sketch show. And one of the sketches it had was basically... Okay, I'm going to also need to explain the show Sea Change, a classic Australian soap opera, I guess, where the premise is that someone from the city moves to a beach town to get away from it all, and then the dramas of life in the beach town. So the premise of the sketch is that Dracula moves to... He basically does the sea change thing, and he's a fish out of water because he's a vampire from Transylvania, but he fits in... It doesn't take him too long to assimilate and fit in quite well, and then the humor comes from Sean McAuliffe in full Dracula makeup, acting in a stereotypically Australian fashion in the manner of the show Sea Change. And it's amusing, so you will just have to take my word for it unless you go to YouTube and look up McAuliffe Dracula. I did McAuliffe Vampire, but you know, either way that works. There's another sketch actually where in the same show where he's the proprietor of a what do you call them? A theater restaurant, and we have a chain of like 2 or 3 theater restaurants in Australia, or at least we used to, called Dracula's, and it's him running a knockoff of that, and that's also funny. So watch that one too if you can find it. But anyway, the theme song to the Dracula Sea Change show in this sketch talks about the Carpathian Mountains. Don't want to live in the Carpathian Mountains. Gonna move out to the beach. Yes, it's funny. Explaining comedy is just as good as comedy. Anyway. Here we have the God Pan, or a faun at least, playing a flute, and now throwing fireballs at me, and I do not like it. Get stuffed. Fauns should not be this large. I feel like that faun was taunting me. Gibbon says, Australian television deep dive. Yes. Well, I think you can get the humor of the sketch without knowing what sea change is, but I felt that to explain the premise of it, I should explain what that is. But anyway, that's how I came to associate Carpathia with Dracula. The Legend of Dracula. Oh, and I didn't mention that the specific reference for Dracula that McAuliffe was using was, of course, the film Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman as parodied in Conker's Bad Fur Day. So, if you're familiar with Count Concula, just imagine Sean McAuliffe. Anyway, whatever. So that's the Halloween 2019 demo of Carpathian Night, and that's what exists of the project so far. Still in development, so that's another one to keep an eye on. And the 4th and final demo that I'm playing today is... Well, okay. There's 2 sort of instances of it on the itch page of Architectus, and one of them is labeled Castlevania-like engine, with the intent that it is an engine made in Game Maker Studio 2, and the engine itself is for sale. So what this is a demonstration of what the engine could do in a kind of mock-up game form, and what they're actually selling to you is the engine, which you can then use to make your own games. So the second demo that's available on Architectus's itch page is labeled as Vampire Hunter V, which is what the title screen, when you get into it, says as well, clearly, as you can see. And you can see it this time, I've confirmed. But yeah, there is a game portion to it that we can play through. Oh, we can't continue because we don't have anything saved. And so here we go. Vampire Hunter V, clearly a takeoff of Vampire Hunter D, the anime, but in terms of what the game itself is taking off or homaging or inspired by, it's Castlevania through and through. So, yes. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There is some Banjo-Kazooie here in terms of the mumbles that a character outputs orally when you talk to them. So here's Sarah. She's saying, hey, you forget out the action button. Oh, aren't you Val? And Valerie says, button? Never mind about that. Are you Valerie Bartley? Bartley? That must be a reference to Elizabeth Bartley, who is another kind of vampire-ish mythological figure. But I think last week when we played Demon Burst, the character was called Simone Bartley. So we're, I guess, finding out about an alternate clan of vampire hunters. We had the Kramer clan earlier today with Vampire by Sprite, but now we have the Bartley clan as well. Now we have 2 installments of that. So, are you Valerie Bartley? Maybe. Valerie's being cagey. Wait, don't suck my blood? Don't be silly. I'm not Hungary. Haha, get it? That's a terrible pun. Yeah, I totally get it. So what? Is this a clan of vampires, not vampire hunters? She was actually worried about me sucking her blood. What? Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, have you seen a little boy around here? Why? Are you going to suck his blood? He's my cousin and he's missing. Oh, sorry. I'll keep a lookout. Thanks. Okay, so that's going to be the same dialogue. Alright, so yeah, we got the jump. We got the whip. Oh, the whip's a little short. Oops. Sorry, your spirit has left the building. Is that an Elvis Presley reference? Okay, cool. Yeah, nice whip though. It's got that lovely mithril platinum look. Oh yeah, oh that's some cool particle effects. I really dig that. Oops. Okay, so I thought the thing in the middle was a platform, but it's not. It's a background element. So I just have to be careful with that. Let me see. Do I have a sub-weapon? I do. So I can throw axes at the cost of... Oops. Yeah. But I did notice I have a double jump, so that's fine. Oh, I ran out of lives. Fine, 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 fine. All good. So that's probably health, and then I've got this. Yeah, sub-weapon command is just what you'd expect from Castlevania. Up and attack. Now, I never liked that, to be honest. It was a, I guess, necessary part of the control scheme for NES, because they only had 2 buttons, but nowadays, just make it a different button, people, please. Anyway, who's this? Somebody else. It's Ming. Thank you for killing that dragon with your magical chain whip. Yeah, sure. So why don't you take your whip thingy and bash that ghost in the face? Yes, I will save the world from this wretched thingy-macabob. Then I will come back here and get my booty. Wait, I don't just give up my booty like that. I so want to call... Oh, don't use that word. Okay, so content warning, this game contains an ableist slur. Well, that's not nice. Oh, and curse words. I should have vetted this better. I'm not happy about this. Alright, well, let's play the game. I'm not going to read any more dialogue. Not a good way to sell your engine, I gotta say. Alright. Oh good, stairs are a little more forgiving than traditional Castlevania games. But yeah, it looks like there's a fair bit to this level. Oh! There's voice clips. I think that knight said something to me. Couldn't quite make it out. Alright, this seems like a good time for an axe. Oh, nice. So is that a health gem? Oh, a checkpoint, nice, okay. Ah, zombas! Zambos. Oh no, okay, the different colored gems I think are different colors just for aesthetic reasons, because I'm incrementing my gem count in the top right corner of the screen. Double jump is good though. Hello. Oh no, I don't want to talk to people because people are bad. People say bad things in this game. This is what I've learned. Oh no. Box in background. Cannot jump high enough. Anyway. I think there's some kind of sprite stretching going on when I land. even though it's a pixel art sprite, it kind of gets squished, which is an interesting graphical thing that they've done. Yeah. Uh-oh. So we're probably going to want to avoid that giant saw blade, I think. Out. Oops! Even that narrow gap is enough to die. Danger Mouse says, the style of those gems look familiar, like from another game I played, but I can't pick it. Well, they're cut kind of like the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic the Hedgehog, I think. Or am I wrong about that? Did I get that wrong last time? There's a particular cut of gem where it's sort of like flat on top and then tapers down. Is that what the Chaos Emeralds look like, or are they hexagonal? Now I'm doubting myself. No, wait. I think they were hexagonal in the classic games, and then they became this kind of cut in the 3D games. But I haven't done my big Sonic becoming a fan saga yet, which I intend to do at some point. So maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I think it's pretty common in games to have gems like this. You might be thinking of Croc or even Spyro. Spyro definitely has gems like this. Does Croc have gems like this? I'm a big fan of Croc, but to be honest, I do not remember. Oh, what's this? I found a modern looking switch inside a wall. Nice ghost effect though when I die. It's not bad. Oh, back here. It's alright. Oh no, but I only have one life left. Yeah, that's what the hearts are. The blue bar is health. The red hearts are lives. Oh, I tried to... Okay, cool. Continue puts you back here. That's a relief. Ah. Ah. Don't want to live in the Carpathian Mountains. Gotta move down to the beach. Give up all my supernatural powers. Become an Aussie Rules assistant coach. But the song is part of why the song is funny is because it has too many syllables in a line and they try and fit it all in. But yeah, also the premise where Dracula becomes an assistant AFL coach. Yeah. Oh, are you serious? Okay, I just can't go that way, I think. I have to go above and then around. So that ghost is just too dangerous. Ah! Oh! The knockback from the fireball boosted me up so I didn't die. Thank you, fireball. Get owned. Get owned. Get real owned. Okay, so the switch probably opened up that door that slammed on me before, so... It's like, I expected to hit the switch again because, like, one hit to reveal it and then one hit to activate it, you know? But the revealing, I guess, activated it, although it's not completely clear. Excuse me? Excuse me? Alright. Backtracking. Just figure it out, don't need to talk to people. Also, I assume the engine has support for music, but there is no music. It's just some sound effects for jumping and other stuff. I guess I'll talk. I am amused by the banjo style grunts when talking. So was that strike by the light? Airhead? Some kind of clue. So I already hit that. Unless I have to activate the switch with a different button. Yes, okay, the action button for talking also interacts with switches. Okay, cool. I thought you would hit it with your whip to activate it, but no. Never mind. Oh, nuts. Let me see. So, yeah, as for Architectus and their inspirations, they do mention bloodlines, I believe, in the descriptions. Excuse me? Oh. Okay, attack blocks to destroy them. That's fine. But specifically for this game or this iteration of the engine, it says on the store page that it is a throwback to games like Castlevania 4. So there's lots of games like Castlevania 4, including Rondo of Blood and Bloodlines, but yeah. To specifically call that out is interesting. But yeah, even though I can't actually whip in different directions like you could do in 4, whereas we did have that option in our Carpathian Knight, didn't we? Actually, sub-weapons must have been on a different button in 4 because you did have directional whipping, so you must have been able to use the whip button while pressing up. So by the SNES they'd figure that out. Yeah. But then, like, I guess they went back to sub-weapons being activated that way in GBA because it didn't have enough buttons. But how did Symphony of the Night do sub-weapons? To be honest, I never used them because I just didn't find them useful. And I don't like the whole sub-weapon system where it's too easy to lose one you like and then... I don't know. I just don't like how it works ever, really. But I think that was just up an attack in Symphony to use sub-weapons, yeah. Even though the PlayStation has even more buttons than a SNES controller. Okay, how's chat doing? Nothing new. Say something, people. Because I am boring, and I need a bit of chat. Oops, nuts. Go, 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 go. Yes. Yes, this actually does play well. I feel like something about the sprites is a little weird. It's kind of acting like it's a sprite game, but it's actually done in a more advanced engine. So everything's a little bit muddy and slippery and strange. Oh, are you serious? Well, that's not how I expected that to happen. Why am I here? Oh, the start of the level, stage 1, 2. Yeah, okay, fine. I guess that makes sense. We know how to activate the switch now. Oh, go away. Wish I could get more health. Wasn't there... Yeah, there were potion drops, weren't there? Wonder how you can get them. Random chance, perhaps? Anyway. Oh, go away. Nobody likes you, bat. Ow. Yes, random potion drops. Gibbon says, nonsense, not boring at all. Well, thank you for saying so. But I feel like I should talk about something. Oh, I know what I can talk about. So, last week I played a game called Action 52, and it had a lot of mini games, and I played one of those called Bubblegum Rosies, and then after that I played a game called Bubble Girl Rosie with a Z. Oh, nuts. And that's one that I've now decided to absolutely revisit because I figured out that the creator of Bubble Girl Rosie, the Action 52 owns remake of Bubblegum Rosie, is Ardyne, which I did not recognize the name at the time, but looking into it a bit further, I discovered that Ardyne is responsible for some games that are almost a little bit Castlevania-like, because 2 of the 4 games in the Momodora series are Metroidvanias. The other two are more straightforward action platformer, stage-based type things. I don't know how much they're like actual Castlevania games, but... Excuse me? Oh, okay. That was weird. But yeah, so I only knew the series from Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, which is a recent game that was published on consoles and stuff, and I knew it's a Metroidvania, and the icon seems to indicate that it has kind of a possibly spooky horror theming, but also kind of Japanese inspired. The developer is, I believe, from Brazil, but that's the style of the games. But yeah, before Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, there were 3 earlier Momodora games, and they're all self-published on itch and free. The first 2 are free. The third one is $2 US. But yeah, I think, given how impressive I found Bubble Girl Rosie, and how there's essentially another 4 games, including another mini game that's on the itch page of Ardine, that are all in the style of Cave Story, which is a game I love. I think that it's worth revisiting Bubble Girl Rosie and then checking out all these Momodora games and the Swordmaster Bunny game that is also there on that itch page. So that's probably what I'm going to stream next week. So that should be fun. And it's kind of a natural a natural next step after playing some Castlevania inspired games, sort of. At least, oh man, seriously, what's the time? Well, I think that might be it. At this point, we're going to go back to the start of that stage, and we're approaching the 2-hour mark. In fact, we've just passed it. But there's one more small thing that I'd like to show off, if I may. And that's the second demo for the Castlevania-like engine, aka Vampire Hunter V. Now I'll just have to change the thing over this. Oh, it came up? I don't know, weird. I'm still getting used to OBS in Windows, but yeah, this is a very similar version of the engine, but it's a separate release on the itch page, and it's designed to show off a different aspect of the engine, in this case the water, and how the water looks, how the water operates. I gotta say, playing it for 5 seconds, the actual movement in the water is pretty awkward, but it's kind of fun how you just suddenly put a wetsuit on out of nowhere. Kind of reminds me of what's that one called? Saboteur 2, where you're like a secret spy ninja. I don't know. I think there's a wetsuit in that. Anyway, it's not important. Yeah, but as you can see, Valerie has donned a wetsuit and a very unusual pose for swimming, to show off how water works in this engine, basically. And we have a different kind of attack, which shoots little waves. We had something looking very similar to the living dolls in Castlevania series, and the gems have changed into little orbs, so that's different too. But everything else looks pretty similar, including the graphical style. Oh, cool! It's like the little grippy things that we saw in Anathema, or like, oh, whoa! Okay. I was going to say like the little lanterns in Spectre Knight's campaign in Shovel Knight, which you then can grip and then fly off. But yeah, I've really stuffed myself here, haven't I? Alright, that's fine. We'll launch the game again. Don't think there was much more to it apart from just that small room, but we'll find out real quick. And then, yeah, that'll be it for the stream today. So it's been fun. Saw some pretty cool little games. I would not recommend this one unless the author rethinks their use of language, perhaps. But alright, here we go. Hey, you figured out the action button. Oh, there's a dialogue system now. Oh, and we're actually fighting during dialogue. Oh, there's now an attack combo. Pressing the button multiple times, it gives you different attacks. So that's... The second one's going to hit things slightly above you, I guess. Okay, so yes. What are you talking about? The button you press to talk to me. Do you mean this button? Yes, the one you use to interact with stuff and stuff. Jeez. This conversation is weird. You're weird. You're a weird girl. Oh, I'm weird. Okay. You're the one. Okay. Well, and the typos, but also the swearing. I don't know. I don't like this. Oh, come on. Yeah, this sucks. Don't buy this game. Yeah, go check out Anathema. Check out Carpathian Night. I wish that there was active development going on in Vampire so we could check out the HD remake, but that seems to have stalled a little bit. I'll put a link up to the website of the guy. But yeah, that's it for today, and that brings to a close the Castlevania's type coverage that I'll be doing, unless, well, it remains to be seen exactly how much Momodora is like Castlevania, but it's a little tiny bit like it, I guess, so that's why I'm playing it next week. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll see you then. But yeah, this is the end. This was the Halloween special, I guess, which I didn't mention until now. So that's why the Castlevanias and the spookies and stuff. And it's over now. So yeah, bye. No, this was fun. This was really fun. Thanks for watching, and stay spooky until what is it, Thursday? Then you can stop. You can become very unspooky, and you can be happy and sunshiny rainbows and everything. So enjoy yourself and be kind to each other. Goodbye.